Well, frankly, when it comes to the safety, I don't think there was a very serious threat, but a few of the powerful people from the crowd, they were good enough to throw the bottles inside the rope. So the umpires thought, it's better off if the players go off for a while. And the reaction of the crowd, we didn't play well, and so at times you get reactions like these. It's only the first bottle. After that, they start throwing it for fun. So we shouldn't take too much into it. I still remember we played in Wisden once, and we won the game very easily, and that time also a lot of bottles were thrown. So it starts with the first bottle, and after that, it's more fun for the spectators. So they start doing it and they start following it. Well, if you see, in the last game we batted really well. There were two areas that we wanted to address. One was the run out, and the second was not losing wicket in quick succession, wicket in pairs. And unfortunately in this game, if you see, these were the two things that really pushed us on the back foot. There were twice instances where we lost 3 wickets almost in the same run, almost in a gap of 2 to 5 runs. And the wicket was slightly difficult to start off, and if you lose wickets like this, it just puts too much pressure. So I felt at the end of it, we didn't have enough runs on the board. It was not a very high scoring game. If you ask me, maybe 140 or anything close to 140 plus minus 5 to 10 runs would have been a very good score. But also it's slightly difficult to just say it. The reason being, if you would have scored those runs, the approach of the opposition batsman would have been slightly different. So it's something that I think would have been a good score. Yeah, it's slightly different in the T20 format. The reason being, it's a very short format. I feel personally, at times I use too much of brain in this format also. It's very important that I keep myself a bit free and go and play my strokes. That time I still, a lot of time when I go into bat, usually it's the 17th over or the 16th over, or it's the 4th over, 5th over, 6th when I go into bat with 4 or 5 wickets down. So I have that tendency of using my brain, so I'm like, okay, let's go to 130, that will be a good score. Depending on that, I play a bit slow initially and then look for the big stroke. So that has happened quite a few times, but in this format, I believe, what I should do is go in and play the big shots, irrespective of whatever the scenario may be, because that's what this format is all about. Maybe in the longer format, the 50 over format, I still need to do what I am doing. And one of the reasons why I want to bat slightly up the order is so that somebody else takes that responsibility of batting at 5 or maybe 6. 6 I feel is a very crucial position, and till they are not exposed, you won't really get to know who is good at it, because we have played, a lot of our good batsmen, they have played at that number, and most of them they have not been successful. That's one of the main reasons we have been pushing them up the order, and we have seen they have been doing really well and really consistent batting top of the order. So somebody has to take that responsibility of batting down. Maybe if I start batting at 4 or 5, somebody else will have to do that position, because in the coming years you at least want somebody else to be ready to do that job, because it's something that you need to have in your backup plan. Well, we don't really ask too much when it comes to the ODI and the T20 format. The associations, they prepare the best of the wickets that they can, and we come and we play on the wickets. So usually if you see over here, this is the sort of wickets that we have been getting for the past few games that we have played over here. And also you don't know whether the wicket is relayed or not, if they got enough chance, whether it was rain or it was under the cover. So all of these things, it does really matter at the end of the day when it comes to preparation of the wickets. Well, if you see, spinners has been our strength. I don't think there was a lot of assistance for them, but still, they've got the experience to use the bounce, and at times, if the wicket is keeping low, they quickly pick what length to bowl, so that it's slightly more difficult for the batsman to score. I feel that's one of the main reasons why our spinners got wicket in this game also. And they have been our strength, so there was no doubt that they won't do well. At times we get a bit worried when there's a lot of dew. This time of the year, we do get venues where we get a lot of dew, and that's the time when toss becomes very vital, because it becomes slightly difficult for the spinners to bowl, especially when it comes to the longer format, or if the dew is too much in the shorter format.